So I saw this life with her trend a while back, and at first I thought it was really sweet because it is sweet. There's something beautiful about seeing a woman bring warmth, softness, and life into a space. You know, I do believe women are usually ones to make a house feel like a home. But then I sat with it a little longer because apparently that's like my toxic trait. I can't just enjoy a trend. Now I have to ask, wait, what is this actually saying? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized the trend is cute, but it's also telling on us a little bit. Because there's something interesting about how normal it feels for a man to live with the bare minimum until a woman shows up and brings softness, order, care, and beauty into the room. I saw this carousel on Instagram, and it was a picture of bachelors' rooms. And apparently they were sharing the pictures with each other. The rooms were depressing. And I'm like, y'all, And then a woman comes along to one of these men and adds beauty into the room. And then we call that love, right? And sometimes it is love, but it's also labor. Making a house feel like a home isn't just buying a cute pillow. It's noticing what's missing. It's thinking about how a space feels. It's knowing where things go. It's making the room feel safe, warm, and lived in. That takes time. That takes money. That takes energy, and it takes taste. Which is why some of these men's before rooms, they look less like bachelor pads and more like they're hiding from the government, respectfully. But really, a lot of women do this without even naming it. Like, we'll walk into a man's space and start solving the feeling of it. The couch needs a blanket. The bathroom needs hand soap. The kitchen needs a real trash can. The bed needs more than one pillow because this isn't a holding cell. And I know that stuff sounds small, but it's not. Because a home isn't just the walls. A home is the feeling inside the walls. And a lot of women were raised to believe that feeling is our job. You know, we were taught to make things soft, make things pretty, make things warm, make people comfortable, make the house ready, make the holidays special, make the birthday feel thoughtful, make the room smell good, make the bed look nice, make sure people feel cared for. And some of that can be beautiful. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't love a good candle, a throw blanket, and a lamp with warm light. I'm still a woman with carefully curated Pinterest boards who likes to feel her feelings. And to be honest, I don't always want a man's input on every detail. You know, if we're gonna be real, let's be real. Sometimes I don't need you standing in Target with me debating curtain rods. But I do want the care and the thought behind it to be noticed. I want the fact that the house feels good because somebody made choices, paid attention, and cared about the people living there to be noticed too. So the issue isn't that women should stop making homes feel beautiful if that's something you genuinely enjoy. The issue is when everybody benefits from that warmth, but only one person is expected to create it, fund it, maintain it, and make it look effortless. Or even worse, they're made to feel silly for even trying. Women make a house a home sounds like a compliment, and sometimes it is. But compliments can quietly turn into contracts. They can turn into, you bring the softness, you bring the warmth, you bring the beauty, you bring the emotional tone, you make my space better, you make my life feel better, you make me feel better. And listen, that is a lot to place on one person and still call it romance. Because if she's the only one creating the comfort, she usually becomes the only one responsible for keeping it alive. She's the one who notices when the sheets need to be replaced. She's the one who knows the bathroom needs hand towels. She's the one who remembers the guest room, the storage bins, the school supplies, the snacks, the medicine, the clean smell, the thing that makes people walk in and say, it feels good in here. And look, nobody's saying every man needs to turn into an interior designer. That's not what I'm saying at all. Nobody's asking you to know the difference between ivory and cream and ecru and bone and oatmeal. Although respectfully, learn at least two of those. But there is a difference between not caring about throw pillows and not caring about comfort. There's a difference between not knowing how to decorate and never learning how to make a space feel good for the people who live in it. You see what I'm saying? Because when a woman brings life into a home, a lot of people admire the finished product, but I want us to also see the labor it took to get there. The thinking, the choosing, the planning, the buying, the returning, the arranging, the noticing, the caring. And the part nobody wants to say out loud is that some men aren't just looking for a partner. They're looking for somebody to bring a whole quality of life they never learned how to build for themselves. And that can feel flattering to a woman at first, like, look what I bring to his life. But over time, it can start to feel like, damn, am I the woman he loves? Or am I like the amenities package? Because being somebody's softness sounds sweet until you realize softness needs care too. Being the person who makes the house feel like home is beautiful, but it shouldn't mean you're the only one responsible for the warmth. So yes, I still think the life with her trend is cute. I really do. But I think the deeper question is this: what would it look like for men to not just appreciate the comfort women create, but actually care about creating comfort too? Not in the same exact way, not with the same tastes, but with the same belief that the people in the home deserve to feel cared for. Because women making a house feel like a home can be beautiful. It can be love. It can be joy. It can be one of the ways we express care. But it shouldn't be treated like a service we were born owing.